What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Divisional Games 2021 on Sunday. We had the Browns and the Chiefs, and we had the Buccaneers and the Saints. These two games were very, very exciting in their own right. I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the things that happened. Before I get into it, though, I just hope that Patrick Mahomes is doing okay. We play in a different league. I saw a lot of the comments about like that Titan football and the gladiator football that we used to love. Unfortunately for us as viewers, we have to start to understand that these players are really, really having major issues after they're done playing. So the league is going to put things in place to make them be a little bit more safe. You can't be 100% safe, but you have to do these things in order to make the game a little bit safer for these athletes, for when they're done playing, that they can actually walk around and do things with their life. So I understand it. Do I prefer the gladiator football? Yes, but I understand that we still get some decent football out the game and some big hits every now and again. So it is what it is. If you love football, you'll find a way to enjoy it. Let's start off with the Browns. Now, obviously, Mahomes went out, and the Browns fans got really, really excited. Even though a lot of the Browns fans were very, very tasteful on social media, they understand Mahomes being out would have opened up some avenues for them, but they were very, very tasteful. But I just want to say, man, Baker Mayfield played his butt off, man. He played his butt off, and looking at this team overall, I like it without OBJ. I just want to say that, bro, because ever since OBJ went out, this team just turned on a whole different type of, they flipped some kind of switch, man, and they played well. Nick Chubb, I would have loved to see him get the ball more. Even Kareem Hunt, in the second half, it looked like he was going to take the game over. When he scored that touchdown, I'm like, yo, keep handing it to him. But then it got back to Baker Mayfield throwing the ball. And, ultimately the Chiefs were able to make plays. Andy Reid was very, very bold, did some things that people probably wouldn't recommend to win the game. But things are going to happen like that. But I think the Browns had enough, with Mahomes being out to defeat, Chad Henne. It just didn't work out. But like I said, Baker Mayfield played very, very well. There were some drops. There were some calls that didn't really go in their favor. That kind of affected it. But again, I think that they played an overpowered offense the best that you can play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just unbelievable to see it all happen. And obviously jumping over to the other side with Patrick Mahomes and Chad Henne, when he comes in, he has that interception. There's some things that went on that opened up the door for the Browns. But Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, played very well while he was out there. I do believe he was concussed based on the way he got up and the way his eyes was looking. Like, they bashed him up pretty good. I don't think the dude's a dirty player. He tweeted out, pretty much, get well, Mahomes. It just seems like, sometimes you get caught up. It's a violent game, bro. It's a violent game and things happen. And I just really think that, I don't think the guy's a dirty player, but I do want to point out, Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, they're playing out of their minds. Tyreek Hill, 8 receptions on 110 yards on 10 targets. Travis Kelce, 109 on 11 targets. Like, these players, if they continue to do this, like I said, I believe that they're going to repeat as Super Bowl champions. But now the question of Mahomes in concussion protocol, I don't know how that's going to really work. I don't know how, when they clear him, what's going to happen. I have to really wait and see exactly how it goes on. But, I don't like the fact that he's in concussion protocol, because for those of us that have had concussions, the way that your brain just feels light, I don't know if he'll make the right decision, at that clutch moment the way that he usually does. I don't know how it's going to affect it, but we'll see how it works. But the Bills, the Bills defense don't care, and they shouldn't. They've been to the Super Bowl, 4 times, and they've lost all 4 times. I don't think they care, and the defense is going to come out there to really, if Mahomes is out there, they're putting him on the ground. And it is what it is. Like, that's what football is, but we have to wait to see how the rest of that goes through. But again, I got to be very, very honest. If I'm a Bills fan, I don't really care about who goes out there. I just want to win. The Bills, it's been a long time coming, and I think defensively they're ready for, I think they're ready for the Chiefs. I really, really do. So that's going to be an unbelievable game. Now, jumping over to the NFC side, right? Tom Brady outplayed Drew Brees, but I've been telling you guys this for a while. Drew Brees' arm strength has been questionable for years. So questionable. We'll get to his stat line in a second. I'll let you guys, evaluate that a little bit more. I just want to tell you, Tom Brady, he outplayed Drew Brees, but we have to understand the talent level that he has, with the receivers. Like, Mike Evans had 1 reception, but that 1 reception was 3 yards in a Moss action to Mike Evans because they used his height to go ahead and handle business. Leonard Fournette on, reception. It looked like he had brick hands. I don't know about that touchdown. It's kind of questionable to me. I was looking at it again after the game. Yo, Leonard Fournette can't catch, dude, but they gave him the touchdown. You know, Godwin, Scotty Miller, he made a key first down. There were a lot of things going on in this game that Tom Brady made plays that many people thought he couldn't make anymore. I just want to say that because the dude is 40, what is he, 42, 43? It's amazing the way that the game has changed and been, you know, you're able to protect the quarterback so much, because back in the 90s and the 80s, 90s, dudes would be getting their blocks knocked off. Nobody's playing until 43. I think Brett Favre played with his 40s when he was with the Minnesota Vikings when he lost in the championship game to the Saints. But it is what it is, man. I think overall they had a very, very good game plan, and it was very defensively. Devin White is a boss. That was a key. That defense played so well. Winfield, all these guys played so well. They deserve a lot of credit. These young players, they showed out, bro. Like, and Tom Brady is always very, very fortunate with having a good defense. That's why I think, you know, as he goes to Green Bay, I believe if Bill Belichick had Aaron Rodgers, it would have been like they would have probably won more rings. That's just my opinion, because like defensively, he always falls into a place where they play defense. I know he's only been to 2 teams, but I'm just saying, usually he has a pretty good defense. Now, let's talk about the Saints, right? Drew Brees' noodle arm is so ridiculous that on a trick play, they had to bring in Jameis Winston to get the ball down the field. Drew Brees cannot get the ball down the field. I wish him the best in retirement, but he's had a noodle arm for years. Like once he threw he threw a pick, and then they had like 4 minutes left, and they just played 2-man under across the board. And I was like, come beat us. Because they know he can't get the ball down the field. He's deadly accurate, but he can't get the ball down the field. And you know what I'm saying? Like, people always say, oh, bro, you hating on Drew Brees. I'm not. He can't throw the ball down the field. Jameis Winston comes in, 1 play, 56 yards, touchdown. That's what it's about. You got to get the ball down the field. Jameis Winston's going to throw picks, as we know, but he has that arm strength. And that's pretty much what it is. Kamara, under 100 yards. Ty Montgomery hasn't been good since that one game where he played by himself and got over 100 yards. Traquan Smith, 2 TDs. You know what I'm saying? We got Michael Thomas, 0 receptions on 4 targets. The dude on Twitter can't guard Mike. Really? That's your ad on Twitter? Really, dude? Okay, cool. Whatever, dog. Like, because your team needed you and you didn't show up, but you always want to talk about a 99 overall in Madden. Well, whatever, dude. It doesn't matter. I wish Drew Brees the best in retirement. They're going home. This was I picked the Saints to win. I thought defensively they had what it took. Tom Brady came out and showed you, like, look, I'm his daddy. Like, Tom Brady's really putting these dudes on his lap and slapping them, bro. Like, it's really, really wild. But again, it's going to be an exciting weekend of championship game football. I know I will have you guys back here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Continue to be safe, and make sure you come and join me over here at GmiasWorld Podcast, where we go ahead and talk about that championship game. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.